commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Detroit Lions. Hi again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, as always, he's Charles Davis. And, Charles, we saw in the open, we've got a couple of great running backs in this game tonight, each capable of putting a team on his back.
And I'm excited to talk about the runners, not just the passers who have a big hand and who's going to win this game. Both of these guys are do it all, can run it, can catch it. I can't wait to get this one started.
The Giants' new kicker for 2017, Aldrick Rosas, will get us started as off we go from MetLife Stadium. The return man here, T.J. Jones. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the ninth-year man out of Georgia, their quarterback, and that's Matthew Stafford.
The arm has always been evident. The maturity has really increased in the last couple of seasons. How about 2016 for Matthew Stafford? 8 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime, the most by a quarterback in a single season in the Super Bowl era. In fact, one Detroit newspaper put the odds of all those comebacks occurring at 8.65 billion to 1.
It's crazy. 8.65 billion to 1. I don't know that lightning will strike twice, but what a season. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And we look now at the Lions offense.
With Matthew Stafford at quarterback and Marvin Jones and Golden Tate at wide receiver, we know that Detroit is proficient at throwing the football. But they want to increase their running game production. Only 30th in the league in 2016. They went out and signed offensive guard T.J. Lang and right tackle Ricky Wagner in order to try and get the running game going.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. First down, Abdullah. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
It's almost become a cliche that when you talk about Jason Pierre-Paul, you start with his athleticism at defensive end. But what I've observed during his career is not only that athleticism, but the craftiness that has grown year after year as he's learned more moves, how to take on blocks, how to get away from people, and still get the quarterback on the ground.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. They go with Abdullah again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you try to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, Eli Manning, in season number 14 now.
Had another nice season a year ago, his 6th 4,000-yard campaign, but even more importantly, got his Giants back into the playoffs with an 11-5 mark after 3 straight losing seasons.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that catch just gives us another reason to praise Odell Beckham Jr. Off to an incredible start to his NFL career.
3 Pro Bowls, 3 straight Pro Bowls, obviously, and first Giant to do that in more than 50 years, Charles.
And how about the numbers that he's put up also? 1,300 or more yards and 10 or more touchdowns in each of those 3 seasons.
On play action, now Manning. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
I remember seeing Paul Perkins at UCLA in college and saying to a colleague of mine, he's never going to have that super wow factor, but if you give him enough carries and let him play throughout a game, he'll surprise you with his stats at the end of each and every one of them. Had 1 start in 2016, and it resulted in the Giants' only 100-yard rushing game of the season.
A first carry now for Paul Perkins. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Giants! Paul Perkins, 56 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And finishing it off with a touchdown run, Paul Perkins. Rosas now to kick this one away. On the return, Dwayne Washington. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On first down, Stafford here. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards.
Eric Ebron's got skills to spare. They just want the production to equal those, and he needs some good health in order to get that done. Had 61 catches in 2016, battling an ankle.
Yeah, the surprise, though, just one of those 61 hit pay dirt. Stafford on first down. Ebron with it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Second down and 4. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And now running right through it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I know it's a cliche and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year, but just 357 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go back to Abdullah on first. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
The second down run for Abdullah. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 11, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are in for 6. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. At the end of one, 10-7 our score. Back to MetLife Stadium in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they take over here 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And some room to work. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
On first down, back to Perkins. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Going up top. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The 4th-year man from LSU, Brad Wing, to punt it away. Back deep is the former Seahawk, Golden Tate. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. but somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a first down throw. Stafford got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
On first down at Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt. Back deep is Dwayne Harris here. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out come the Giants. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Manning now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete. Red Ellison, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Manning. And that will be incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's Brad Wing now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. On the return, it's Tate. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. They start the drive with Abdullah. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On first down, Stafford. It's caught. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
To the air again, Stafford. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Stafford. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A chance for us to look at the Lions defense again. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. They said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
False start, offense.
Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag.
Still first down.
And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Manning going to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On play action, it's Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Giants haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Lions will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 2nd and 8. Perkins is able to get clear of everybody. He'll go for the score. Moving down to late in the first. The Giants go up by 4. Stafford's going to find his mark, and it leads to a touchdown, which takes the lead to 3. Late in the second, coverage breaks down here, and he ends up at the 24-yard line before he stopped on the play. Still late in the first half, Stafford's on point with the throw, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Lions push the lead to 10. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get back up to New York as we turn it back over to Brandon Guy.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd down following the run. Again, they go to Perkins. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick it up with Perkins. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Perkins on the give from Manning. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. run again with Vereen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Play action. Manning looking for his big receiver mark. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. 1st and goal, Perkins. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Paul Perkins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
How about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And finishing it off with a touchdown run, Paul Perkins. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Gets around him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Throwing on 1st down. Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Then the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Stafford looks to throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
3rd and 2, Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's Amir Abdullah that finishes it off with a touchdown run. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
Now this trio that New York has compiled, Brandon Marshall, Sterling Shepard, and of course Odell Beckham Jr., fits right into head coach Ben McAdoo's attack. They led the league in 3 wide receiver sets in 2016.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Manning the throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Manning again. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Manning, gotta have this one. And that's complete to Lewis. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down is Manning. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes we get hung up on the stature of a player. Paul Perkins just 5'10", but you get him in space, throw the ball to him, he can create some plays downfield.
Just a second-year guy was taken in the 5th round. Does he have a bright future in this league, Charles?
I think so. He's one of those guys I watched in college and thought definitely had a future in the NFL.
Here's Perkins on first down. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's second and goal from the 10. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Third and goal now. Ball on the 5. They'll run. It's Vereen. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Shane Vereen, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. On first down, Stafford here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
New York set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Manning going to give it to Perkins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. The Giants on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Manning will take a knee, and that should be the final act in this one. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.